Hello everyone. Okay, Happy New Year. We're back to the classes. Thanks God, we can still have a bit of a good time from the gym, even at your homes. Hopefully you did have amazing Christmas, and there's a hope still for 2021, I'm sure. Then please don't give up with anything what you dream of, what you want to achieve. And then let's carry on, okay? Use every single time, every single second, every single day to feel happy, to feel better. One of the ways to do that is to keep stretch. Again, and stretching is so important. We know that I'm hoping you're doing Friday morning classes still. We did have obviously the break throughout the Christmas period time, but we're back again, okay? Then guys, once again, the stretches I'm doing, they're quite general stretches, for various reasons, okay? First of all, we need general stretches. We need to start from the basis. Very often we need the big stretches still. And then obviously the second reason for general stretches and not actually very, very specific ones is because obviously you guys, you could have potentially some conditions, some health troubles, issues. We don't want to hurt anyone, and we don't want to get into any trouble, okay? We want to just carry on. Okay, then guys, what you need to do first, if you just lie down on the floor, make sure you got floor space on your mat or just on the floor, whatever you choose, to be able to stretch out the whole body, okay? Then as you're going to lie down, I'll show you in a second, to be able to stretch your legs fully and to be able to stretch your arms fully back. If it's not possible, obviously you have to improvise, but if you can adapt that space first before you go anywhere, that would be amazing. Okay, then guys, let's crack on, okay? Then lie down for me on your backs. And then just do the stretch, okay? It is 7 o'clock in the morning on Friday. Then you'll need that good stretch when you wake up, okay? Then out of the bed stretch, or still in a bed stretch, right? Okay, then point your toes, reach your arms behind, and try to grow. Okay, then extend your shoulders blades, extend your arms as far as you can. Imagine somebody's pulling your fingertips, and then the other person pulls down your toes. Okay, then is the opposite direction. You want to feel as you're growing. You want to feel as long and as stretched as possible, at least 2 inches on the top of your height. Okay, then just stay there for a couple of seconds for me. Okay, and now let's try to do a bit more stretch as you're sometimes doing out of the bed or in the bed still when you're waking up in the morning. Sometimes at least, especially when you got a bit more time. Then try to now reach with your right arm as far as you can to the back, even further than you did before. Okay, and then slowly, carefully switch and reach with the left arm behind as you try to reach something which is extremely far away behind you. Okay, and then switch to the other side. Okay, and just give me a couple of times. Okay, then on your own, just make sure you're doing it really slow. And once you reach with one of your arms, hold there for a good couple of seconds. Okay, give me one more time. Reach to the side. Brilliant, excellent guys. And now find your arms down and legs bent, okay, and feet flat on the ground, okay, feet parallel to each other, heels close to you, and then trying to do a couple of bridges, okay? We're going to bridge up with the spine, okay? We're letting the bottoms to come up, letting the spine to go up to the chest height, and letting the spine to drop from the top all the way down to the tailbone. It doesn't need to be done in a specific way, as long as you're doing it really smooth and supple, slow. Okay, then don't put effort into this exercise. Don't squeeze any muscles around your bottom or legs. Just let that to happen the easiest possible way. Okay, it's just very few times, letting that spine to be more flexible, longer. Okay, then trying just to relax the spine. This is a great time when you're doing this class, guys, in the morning, because most of the times you didn't do much yet since you're woken up. Then your spine should be quite relaxed because it's been all night long in that vertical position where gravity doesn't work. Okay, then gravity is not actually shortening your spine as you upright all day long. Okay, then you got that really nice spine anyway. Okay, then one more time. Okay, excellent guys, and now just let the spine to drop down all the way down. Let one of your legs to stretch, doesn't matter which one first, and the other one bend. Grab knee, okay, or slightly below your knee, and pull that leg down to your chest, down to your tummy. Try at the same time to keep your bottom leg really relaxed. It's so important to not to flex your toe, to not to point, or to not to keep that leg in that sort of stressed, engaged position. Okay, then let that bottom leg to rest, and then you get a bit more stretch, or at least some of you, inside of your groin or on a hip flexor. Okay, right, excellent. Same leg. Grab the opposite hand. The opposite hand goes outside of the knee. Okay, and then you're going to slowly, I did that a little bit too fast to be honest, let that leg to go over the top. Okay, down to the floor, but then you want to go as far as you can downwards, okay, down, but you want to keep your shoulders blades at the same time flat on the ground. And then if you want to add your neck and shoulders blades a bit, then you want to look down to the opposite direction. Okay, then you could add that to the top if you want to. Guys, we're holding stretches, just a reminder, for a pretty long time, because the muscles got this own nervous system. Okay, there's nerves, the muscle nerves, they need time to realize they are stretching, to send that information to your muscles. Actually do stretch, they need at least 15 seconds. Okay, and if you're thinking about holding it for 30, 20 seconds or even longer, that's better, isn't it? Okay, and there you go. Here we go. We're going to swap sides, come back, swap legs, and grab that knee. Okay, then grab once again knee. Try just to pull that knee down towards your chest. The other leg nice and relaxed. Excellent guys, and I'll find out, okay, that knee and hand, and find out that leg to go down towards the ground. Once again, shoulders on the floor, and once again, if you want to stretch your neck, look down to the opposite direction as you would chase your straight hand or arm, if you like to look down on your arm. Okay, then hold guys. Excellent, come back to the center. Come back to the center. Okay, place your feet flat on the mat once again. It doesn't need to be anywhere specific as long as your heels are pretty close to you. Okay, then don't hold your feet there, a little bit closer. And then reach up to the ceiling. And now guys, if your neck is fine, if your neck spine, the top spine is fine, if there's no issues on the top bit, then try to go as far as you can with your hips, as you'd like to really poke those hips up to the ceiling. If you got any issues with the shoulders, blades, neck, or you unsure if you could go that high, if that doesn't feel right, okay, then just go to the chest height of your spine. You see the difference between being there and between being a little bit lower. And then if you need to be on that lower position, okay, tilt your hips, tilt just the hips. Can you see what happens? Okay, then you try and just to imagine a table. The table can face up to the ceiling. That's what you're trying to do. Face your table up to the ceiling, okay? Then this is it. You could go lower and you can still stretch the hips, the thighs, the stomach at the same time. Okay, excellent guys. And now just relax, drop the spine slowly down to the floor. Again, once again, take your time. and now guys, we're going to be lying down on the side, okay? Then if you transfer yourself to the side and then lie down this way around. And if that doesn't feel comfortable for your neck, for your shoulders blades, place the pillow, any cushion you've got, anything smaller underneath of your head, between your shoulders blades, between your hands, between your arm and between your head, and then you can lie down much more comfortable, right? Or if that doesn't help still, you may stretch the arm in the front and have a bigger pillow right on the floor, right on the mat, and still hold your head straight, supported, okay? Then whatever your shoulders, blades, spines allowing you to do. Okay, then here we go. Guys, you may remember the stretch. It's an amazing one once you're on the side for your quads, because you've got a lot of control to what you're actually stretching. The same stretch could happen as you lie down on your tummy. A slightly less progressive one, okay? Then this position allows you for better progressions. Or you could do upright, okay? Then do you remember that one where you're holding your ankle or your foot, and then you're trying basically to bring the top knee down? Okay, then thinking about as you're lying down on the side, you want to bend your bottom knee slightly to give you better support. You don't want to feel like you wobble everywhere, okay? Then bottom leg slightly bent to give you support, top knee down, okay? Okay, and now, after a while, okay, at least that 10, 15, 20 seconds, okay, you may like to progress the stretch. Make sure your lower back is not bent, okay? Then push your hips to the front first. Maybe you're arching your lower back already, not even knowing about it, and check that out, okay? Then push your hips to the front, making sure your lower back is more flat, or flatter if you like, okay? Then have that feeling like your pelvis, like your hips going to the front, and that's supposed to give you another stretch. Okay, if that's still not giving you much, okay, then holding those hips to the front, locking them in that frontal position. You want to pull your leg really gentle behind. Okay, then you got your foot, you got your ankle, whatever you grab it, and then pull that leg to the back. Hips are still facing to the front in that lock position. Okay, then hold on for a couple of seconds once again. A really good stretch, because you can control by those hips and by the depth of your stretch, isn't it? Okay, then letting that leg go into the back, placing hips in that frontal position. You got 100% control about what and how you're actually stretching. That's why I like that side position. On your tummy, if you do the same lying down the tummy, it could be similar, but it's a little bit tricky, a little bit more tough to control it. Okay, guys, now what you want to do, you want to place the same leg now down to the ground in the front of you. Okay, a bit more for your outer thigh stretches, abductors, and your gluteus muscles, okay? IT bands, okay, if it's really tight. Now, if you, again, don't have much stretch from there, from here, then you want to pull that knee up towards your head, okay? If you're working out on a regular basis, you definitely need that stretch often, okay? Because these muscles tend to be really tight if you're doing a lot of squats, a lot of cycling, running, okay? Then that needing to be done. Excellent, guys. Now, let's go and switch sides, okay? Then slowly take your time, no rush. We're going to go to the other side. And then once again, support your head the way you can, okay? Pillow, cushion, or anything. You've got blanket right here, or even there, and something bigger to support your head, making sure your head is pretty straight, just to feel comfortable, basically. Okay, now bottom leg slightly bent, okay, for balance. top leg needing to be stretched. Okay, then here we go. You're grabbing your foot, grabbing your ankle, pull your knees down. Okay, that top knee needs to go to about the hip level. Okay, you don't want to hold it up, you want to hold it more down. Okay, then just give it a couple of seconds just for that general stretch. Brilliant. And now bring your hips to the front. Okay, do you remember that arching lower back? Okay, then make sure your lower back is flatter by sending your hips a bit more to the front. Push them to the front. Keep them, especially the top one, put them in that frontal lock position where you got a little bit of more stretch in your thigh. You'll recognize that straight away, unless you're super flexible in your thighs and then your quads are not needing a lot of stretch, then you may not to experience any difference sometimes. Okay, but try. Okay, excellent guys. Now send that leg slightly behind you, remember. Okay, then pull. You got your hand grabbing your foot. Okay, then you pull that leg behind you and then make sure your hips are still square facing to the front. Brilliant guys, excellent. Okay, and then relax, and then do you remember the next one? Okay, the next one is where you bringing that knee down to the ground, and then first just leave it there for a good couple of seconds. Just let those muscles know they start to stretch. Okay, excellent. And now if you do more stretch, if you do need more stretch, or if you can even, okay, then pull that knee right as far as you can towards your head, towards your face. Okay, excellent guys. And now if you just roll over and lie down on your tummy for me. Once again, take your time, no rush anywhere. And then guys, what we're going to do the back, chest, shoulder stretches. Okay, then we're going to focus on the top waistline up for a second or maybe for a minute. Okay, excellent guys. Now placing your hands next to your chests. And now guys, obviously if you do have any spinal conditions, any aches, back, neck, upper back, lower spine, anywhere, just be careful during this stretch. Only do the stretch to the point where you feel okay to do so. Okay, then if you experience any pain, any discomfort, that means you went a bit too high to what you actually can do. Okay, then the next stretch is just a pleasant stretch. We're going to go up in a second, and the further up you go, the healthier spines or backs you need to have. Okay, if that makes sense. Okay, then here we go. We're going to go really slowly, pulling shoulders blades away from the head. Have that long neck, elbows in. We're going to go slowly up to the ceiling. Once again, recognize to where you can go. Okay, I went all the way up to the top because I'm fine to do so, but that doesn't mean everyone is in the same place. Okay, then once again, the gaze parallel to the ground. Okay, shoulders blades still pulled down from your heads, from your legs, and you just want to hold it for a good couple of seconds again. Okay, chest, try to bring your chest to the front also. Okay, then check that out, chest to the front. Excellent guys, and slowly, carefully bring everything down. And then where are you going to go? You're going to go down on your heels. Okay, then sitting down on the heels. Open your knees slightly. Okay, then make sure that space is between your knees. And then you're trying to sit low, but a warning for the lower back issues. If you've got the lower back problems with the spine, and most of the times it's the discs, isn't it? Okay, prolapsing, bulging, operations, surgeries, whatever that takes. Don't go too low, okay? Because guys, see what happens if you go extremely low down on your knee, on your heels. If you're trying to go really low, you're opening your vertebrae of your lower spine. You're just opening, and then if you got any discs, tendencies to prolapse or bulge, you're just asking for that, okay? Then please don't go too low. In this case, you can still aim to sit down, but don't go extremely low. Don't push yourself. Okie dokie, guys. Okay, then now where we're going to go? We're going to go into the kneeling position. Okay, if you kneel down for me, open knees about your hip width, the hip space between your knees. Same between your wrists, between your hands, about your shoulders. Okay, shoulder width. Okay, and now soften your elbows for me. Okay, then don't lock your elbows. Check that out. Soften them down, nice and easy. And now let the whole spine to go up to the ceiling. Okay, then see I'm curving the whole spine. That means I'm dropping my tailbone down as I'm doing it. I'm dropping my head down also as I'm trying to reach with the spine up to the ceiling. Then off we go. Okay, okay, and then relax. And we're going to repeat one more time. Okay, then once again, try to now breathe out as you're doing it. Breathe out. Up to the ceiling. Hold there. Once you're holding this position, keep breathing just normal. Don't hold your breath. You're just holding position, but you're still breathing. I'm hoping so. Okay, excellent, guys. And then slowly, carefully bring your spine to neutral. And then we're going to go into the down dog. Okay, then guys, you may, if you need to relax your wrists for a little bit, if they're a little bit tense, okay, just give them a couple of circles, one way and the other way around. Okay, just let it go, up and close. That helps too for the wrists. Okay, circles helping a lot. Up and close, shake. Okay, then if you're typing on a computer, okay, sometimes just don't know, we don't know even, okay, we're doing it and just relax in the same way, okay? Then there's a good advice for you if you're working at home on a computer to do that. Okay, excellent. Okay, then let's go into kneeling position. We're going to go into down dog once again. Once again, in terms of, we've done it a couple of times in all the previous Fridays. Find your toes on the ground and then let yourself to lift up and drop your heels as close as you can down to the ground. Okay, then your heels traveling down to the ground. Okay, guys, and now find yourself shifting your body weight down. Okay, then I'm trying to sort of send my chest down towards toes, towards legs. Okay, then let's go, down, 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 down. Okay, then if you do send your chest really low down to your toes, down towards your feet, you may experience some stretch across your middle back, upper back, not just the legs. But if your spine is really curved and tight and doesn't want to go this way as extension, then you're probably not. Okay, but still try, because this is what is encouraging. This position is encouraging your spine to extend. Okay, excellent, guys. Come down on your knees once again and come down on your heels. once again, low if you can, with the healthy lower backs, or not too low if you need to be careful with the lower back, especially lower back. Okay guys, now we're going to do a frog, something for flexibility and mobility of your hip joints. Okay then guys, I do struggle with my hips. I know this type of stretch or mobility exercise, both of them happening at the same time, from the physio, okay, because I've got some degeneration in my right hip especially. Then if you do have any issues with this hips, or you've got really basically tight inner thighs or even outer thighs, but inner thighs most of it, that happens, okay, then this is the stretch for you. I think everybody should do it from time to time anyway, unless you're doing similar movements on a regular basis. Okay then guys, I'm facing you forward for you to find out first of all how wide you could place your knees on the ground. I won't be anything because, as I'm saying, I've got hip problems, then my stance with my knees would be really narrow, but just find out as wide as you can with your knees, but careful, don't go and don't push yourself straight away. Okay then guys, once again, as I was saying before, knees as wide as you can. And now all we're going to do, okay, we're going to shift ourselves down, okay, to the front and to the back, to the front and to the back. Okay then guys, take your time. What is really important, I show you from this side, to not to close your feet this way around. Okay, you want to have your lower legs, your calves parallel to each other. Okay, then check that out. Okay, and when you're shifting yourself, and actually they're not going in, they're out. Okay, let's go. Okay, then let's go to the back, slightly to the front and to the back. With the time, you may find out like you can open your legs slightly wider, your knees. Okay, then after a few of those movements, you may try, oh, maybe I could put my knees a bit wider apart. That's going to give you obviously a bigger stretch. Okay, the movement to the back is the movement where most of us struggle. Movement down is not bad, isn't it? Okay, movement back is where if you got your lower back really tight, not just the hips, if your lower back is tight, if your gluteus muscle is tight, if your hamstrings are short and tight, you may find out the back movement, as I'm finding, really challenging. Okay, I'm finding it more challenging because I've got those issues with the joints, with my hip joints. But again, according to the physio, to the medicine, we should keep moving. Okay, you know, if you got any joint issue, actually, you should encourage the joint to move in all of the motions and all of the planes possible to keep it as long as possible to function. Okay, guys, another option, okay, is to go on your elbows and do exactly the same. Okay, then you could move down, and then you can move behind, and once again move down and move to the back. Okay, then keep going a good couple of times once again, guys. It's really worth to do it. Unless you got really big flexibility in your hips, then obviously you probably won't need it as bad, as not as much. I bet you if you're running a lot, if you're cycling a lot, if you're doing a lot of sports which are just in sagittal plane, it's frontal plane, forward, no side movements as such, probably those muscles inside of your thighs and your hips are quite locked. Okay, because if you're strengthening as you're running, you're strengthening and doing mainly your quads, your hamstrings. Okay, these muscles are holding your hips really tight in. Okay, then do the frog movement as much as you can. as I'm saying, especially when you're running a lot, when you're cycling a lot, when you're doing all of the sagittal frontal sports. Okay? Excellent, guys. Now what we're going to do, we're going to get up and we're going to do a couple of stretches, being on the top. You may stay kneeling down if you prefer, but I think so we were kneeling quite a lot, then it's good to get up for a bit. Okay then, guys, we're going to still try to stretch something around the hips, mainly the hip flexors this time. Okay, then let me show you what we're going to do. I'm going to show you from the back because I think so that will be less confusing. If you cross your legs for me, okay, it doesn't matter which leg goes behind which one first. Okay, and now listen to your back leg, okay, because you want to lift the same arm on the same side, and then you want to go over. Okay, then you want to go over, right? Okay, keep holding, don't change anything. Okay, I'm moving, you're not moving. All right, okay, then I show you from the front. Okay, then over. But when you go over, you may remember from the previous Fridays last year to go up with the chest first. Okay, then your chest goes up first, your shoulders blades down, and then you go over. Right, okay, then you're not letting this to happen. You're not letting your chest to go down, or your shoulder or your arm to go down. You're letting everything to go over. You're not seeing your arm, you're not seeing your hands, they're right behind. And then there you go. You got all of the spine, head and neck to follow the same direction. Okay, and then come back to the center. Let's do exactly the same to the other side. Okay, and up to the ceiling, shoulders blades down. There you go over, there you go over. Okay, then chest up. Brilliant, okay. And then come up to the ceiling. Excellent, guys. And now, I'll show you from the angle a little bit, okay. Cross your hands, cross your fingers behind you, okay. And then you pull the chest to the front, but not the lower back, okay. Then again, lock those hips to that frontal position. And stretch the chest. Okay, your head naturally will go slightly up, but again, avoid tilting, avoid looking up to the ceiling. Okay, just let your head to go and link the spine, align the spine together. Okay, then your upper chest, the neck and head. Keep those shoulders blades down. Okay, excellent. Brilliant, guys. And now the other way around. We don't need the other stretch as much, but just in case. Okay, then again cross and wrap the tree. Imagine you've got the biggest tree ever in front of you and you want to wrap this tree around. Okay, you want to hug to it. Okay, then over, around. Okay, then that space between your scapulas, upper shoulders blades. You're looking down. Okay, hips again to the front in that frontal position. They're not arching. The lower back is not arching. And hold for a good couple of seconds. Excellent, guys. And then relax for a second. Okay, just give yourself a couple of rolls. Shoulders rolls to the back, to the back, to the back. Okay, and now what we're going to do, we're going to go with your arm across your chest. Say your right arm first, if you like. Okay, your left hand goes above your elbow, right? And then bring the whole arm closer to your chest. Okay, then you're using your supportive one to bring the one to your chest, towards your chest. Hold for a couple of seconds. Once again, keep your shoulders blades down. Okay, don't rise them like this. Keep them down. Brilliant. Okay, now same elbow. Grab the same elbow. This time elbow, right? Okay. place it behind you, above your head, holding still, elbow down. You want to go over the top, slightly pressing the elbow down towards the ground, down to the side. Excellent, guys. Okay, then come back to the center, and now let's switch. Okay, the other side. Okay, then once again, above your elbow, definitely above your elbow, and shoulders blades down across your chest, down towards your chest. Okay, then pull gently down towards your chest. Okay, then just keep breathing, keep it nice and easy. Okay, excellent. And now, where we're going now from there, elbow, right? Find your elbow above your head. Pull that elbow really gently down to the side and let your body to follow to the side too. Okay, excellent, guys, and relax for a second. And now let's do the bicep. Okay, then the bicep, there's a couple of ways to stretch it. One of them is to face one of your hands this way. Say your right one first. Okay, your right one down, palms down, fingers down, and then you're opening using support from the other hand, the other arm. Okay, then that looks just like this. Okay, that also stretches what? All of your wrist problems too. Okay, then it's not just the bicep. Brilliant, guys. Okay, let's swap sides. Okay, then once again the other one. Okay, down first with the palms. Okay, with the fingertips, grab it from the bottom, stretch it out. Okay, again, relax your shoulders, blades. Okay, then try not to tense anything. If you tense anything, then you're not going to get full benefit from what you're doing. Okay, excellent, guys. And then relax for a second. Okay, just let your shoulders, blades to go down, behind a couple of times. The big circles, guys. Big circles to the back. Okay, front you could do a couple of times, but most important is the back to open up this way. Okay, especially when you're at home now, working at home, you in this position anyway, then you want to work against this position. Okay, back, not front. Okay then, guys, now what we're going to do, we're going to start that stretch where you're trying to reach down to the ground. Okay, then I know this is terrible sometimes and you can't go anywhere, but let's try and do what you can do first. Okay then, guys, if you can, to go with your knees straight, that's most important. To how far you can go, but with the knees being straight, because there's no point to go down where you need to bend your knees, right? Okay, we're trying to aim to stretch the back side of your thighs, your hamstrings, your gluteus muscles. Okay, now there's two ways of doing it. You could just go with the bending back. That's lengthening your hamstrings, isn't it? Yes, okay. Then you can just hold that position. If you can touch the ground, please do. But remember to not to bend your knees, okay? Then say, if I can't go any further with my legs being straight than this, I'm holding it here. Okay, if you can go lower, that's even better. Don't bend your knees. I know it's frustrating if you can't go low, but you're not benefiting anything by bending your knees. Okay, then here we go. Right, it's the one of the ways of doing it, just the lower back going down this way around, or come back up slowly, or you could try to keep your open chest and try to keep your spine in neutral position. Okay, then not bending the spine as you go, actually keeping your spine as you like straight. Okay, then that's going to lengthen your hamstrings and all of the posterior chain of your muscles, which is right on the back. Everything on the back, posterior is the back. Where you going with the straight back, bit like good morning. Okay. Right, then you want to hold your arms and hands really heavy. Okay, just let them go again, but this time you're leaning down from your hip joint only. Okay, then no other joints involving, no spine joints, no vertebrae. Okay, then in that neutral position, and then see how far you could go. You will feel straight away that stretch on your hamstrings and the back of your thighs, on your gluteus muscles, much stronger. Okay, then hold on, keep that head in neutral again. Try not to tilt your head and try not to drop it, because that will bend your spine. Keep in that neutral position. Make sure your chest is still opening to the mat. And with the time, if you could go a little bit further down, please do. Again, don't over challenge yourself. Knees need to be straight. Remember to stretch the back side. If you're bending your knees, you're losing it completely almost. Okay, then you're going only to the points, down as far as deep as you can, where your legs are straight. That could be only here. That's absolutely fine. Excellent, guys. Now bend your knees. We're all bending knees. We're still staying down. Okay, and then you're going to travel up to the ceiling slowly. Okay, and vertebra by vertebra up to the ceiling, and just relax. Okay, give yourself a couple of shoulder rolls, give yourself a couple of rotations. Let your legs to get involved. Okay, your foot, your feet turning, your hips, upper back, shoulders, blades. Okay, excellent. Very last one. Okay, what you want to do, you want to reach up to the ceiling, and now as you're going to drop down in a second, you're going to bend your knees. Okay, then you go breathe into the top and breathe out as you drop, like a loose drop. Okay, inhale up to the ceiling, exhale as you drop. Okay, good couple of times just to feel that heavy body as you're dropping. Okay, really heavy, really relaxed. Okay, not holding any tension away. One more time. Excellent, guys, and then relax. Brilliant. Okay, then I think that will do for today. Again, I'm hoping you did benefit from the class. I'm hoping to see you next week, and then just keep doing something every single day, please. Okay, we've got a couple of classes. We've got a lot of classes online anyway. Do something every single day. Go walking, especially when you're stuck at home with work or with kids or whatever that is. Okay, if you're stuck somewhere, you have to make effort every single day to do something. It doesn't need to be extreme training. It have to be just moving. Okay, then stretch will be better. Hardcore training next time would be even better, and so on. Okay, then guys, I see you next week, and then keep well and keep moving. Okay, stay as positive as you can. Thank you.